Hey everybody, Gabby here, and this is my last video for the week, which means this is the last video I'll be recording featuring this Genies of a Healthy Meta team built by Chalky. Now, if you haven't seen my overview of the team yet, make sure to check that out. And if you want to try this team out for yourself, you can find the link to the team code down below in the video description. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so. Leave a like, leave a comment, you know, all those good things. But let's just get this video started. I could talk all day about how much you should like this video, but to be fair, the video hasn't really happened yet. I mean, so far it's just me talking while waiting for us to find the battle. So, you know, good stuff. Good stuff. All right, so today it looks like we'll be facing Roberto, who is running a classic Glastrier team with the Dusclops, Incineroar, Rillaboom, Regieleki, and Tapu Fini. Now, if you've been watching my Twitch streams, you may notice that this team is very similar to the team that I've been piloting there, which originally featured Tapu Fini, Incineroar, and Rillaboom, plus Dusclops and Glastrier with a question mark Pokemon as that last slot. My opponent here has chosen Regieleki for that. I chose a Defiant Thundurus for that, sort of like what you have on this team. So it certainly is interesting. That all being said, you know, looking at this team, looking at the possible leads, I think that Thundurus and Landorus really is our best option. We do have to worry about the Tapu Fini and the Glastrier and Trick Room, which is why I'm bringing Cresselia and Metagross in the back. If I wasn't so keen on showcasing the Genies of a Healthy Meta, you know, I think Cresselia and Metagross also would be a viable lead option for this team. But that lead would be a bit more, you know, I need to Trick Room to stop their Trick Room potentially. I need to sort of think through that strategy and set Metagross up for success, whereas Genies of a Healthy Meta is going to hopefully be not going to be, let's just power through their lead. Now, the good news is that we get an Intimidate down onto their Rillaboom, and even though Regieleki is scary, I'm kind of happy we're seeing it as the lead. The big question always when seeing a Regieleki is, what kind of Regieleki is it? Is it going to be a screens kind? Is it going to be like a speed control kind? As we're not really sure, I'm going to go ahead and Dynamax Airstream the Rillaboom. And knowing that a fake out is most likely coming Landorus's way, I feel like it's pretty obvious that the Thundurus would be the Dynamax target here. I'm going to go ahead and switch in my Cresselia. This also will give us the opportunity to, one, have a bit more special bulk on the field, which could be helpful depending on what exactly this Regieleki wants to do. It gives us access to Icy Wind and maybe even a Trick Room if things go completely south. But I'm hoping that that doesn't happen. I don't know. I'm happy that we get to Dynamax Thundurus, though. I really like Dynamaxing Thundurus. I'm surprised how much I like it, because I have been in the Thundurus is strictly a support Pokemon camp for far too long, but there's just so much that you can do with it now that Dynamax is viable, and it's just good. It's just good. Okay, so this is going to be the Screens Regieleki, and interestingly enough, he assumed that this is a special Thundurus. So after this speed boost, we should... Actually, I don't think we're actually going to be faster than Regieleki. Okay, hold on. So this Thundurus hits, I think, about 170. So, and Regieleki max speed is 200, and if it's the Screens variant, it's probably Light Clay, so 200 would be its top speed, so we will outspeed it. But interestingly enough, it is going to be the Dusclops that comes out next. All right. So I think what we're going to do here is we are going to, you know, it's so tempting to hit the Trick Room button here, but I think I'm going to avoid it until next turn. I'm not really worried about the potential damage output here, and if Regieleki switches out into the Glastrier, I'm okay with that, because then I have one turn of Max Guard to stop it from attacking, and in that point in time, Cresselia can go ahead and reverse the Twisted Dimensions. So With that Volt Switch, I think that confirms the that the Glass Chair is going to come out, and my opponent did go for Trick Room onto the Dusclops. And it also confirms something about this Thundurus, which is that it's not, I knew it wasn't max speed, but I thought that at +1 we could outspeed that. I'll need to go back and check some damage calcs and everything, since, yeah. Now, I do know that this Thundurus is pretty bulky, and part of me wonders if, knowing that, it would make more sense to not max guard next turn and instead just kind of go for some damage. I don't know. I mean, Cresselia has to go for Trick Room. Like, I feel like that's a given. And really, the sooner that we can get their Dusclops off the field, the sooner it'll be better for us. So I think I'm gonna roll for it. Because even if Thundurus gets KO'd here, I mean, it's not going to be doing a lot of damage to that Glass Trainer anyway, so getting something like the Landorus in might be preferred. And if you're going to get the Landorus in, you want to get it in without taking any damage from an Ice-type attack, either a Hailstorm, Icicle Crash, or Icicle Spear from the Glass Trainer. So this is probably better. Now, the one thing I am also a little bit concerned about is what Dusclops is going to do now that Trick Room has been established. If he thinks I'm gonna Trick Room, he might go for like another Trick Room, so then you reverse the dimensions twice and it's like nothing happened. But if he's caught on to the fact that my Thundurus is physical, which I would assume he has, given how much damage that did to the Dusclops, this could also be a possible moment for this Dusclops to go for a Will-O-Wisp on the Thundurus. It could also try and activate the weakness policy on the Glass Trier. Did not, thankfully. Because if it did, then that would just have thrown my whole Thundurus, could potentially take this Max Hailstorm plan off the map. But yeah, we get the damage roll. Okay, he doubled into Cresselia knowing that I would most likely try and reverse Trick Room. And that the Protect / Max Guard from the Thundurus was probably pretty predictable. So thank you, Citrus Berry, for allowing me to survive that. I'm pretty sure Dusclops as well will be KO'd by hail damage after this. So if not, we Icy Wind or we Psyshock. We could do either. Doesn't really matter. It'll get that last little chip down that we need to pick up that KO. Okay, no, we don't need to. So Regieleki most likely will be coming back in for my opponent, especially since Electric Terrain is up. Regieleki will want to take advantage of that. Yep. And unfortunately, that is going to be the end of the Dynamax for my Thundurus. So, knowing that this Cresselia is most likely going to be immediately knocked out by the Regieleki, I'm going to go and Ally Switch, and I don't know, I could fly. No, I don't think I fly here. And I certainly don't hit anything with super effective damage. So we'll go for a Wild Charge into the Glass Trainer. With Electric Terrain, that's going to be our best possible damage output for this turn. And again, we have Thundurus Metagross in the back, so really, we're okay. We just have to be careful. And hopefully be able to take that Thunderbolt. Never mind. Just kidding. That was bad. Oh, that was really bad. I didn't... Okay, yeah, no, I mean, that would have resulted in a double KO regardless, but if I had not Ally Switched there, it would have resulted in Wild Charge damage down onto that Glass Trainer. So, that's unfortunate. That's alright. We got Intimidate in from the Landorus to offset that Chilling Day. The nasty thing here is we are in this gross position where... Alright, I mean, they're down to their last 2 Pokemon, just like we are. So, like, a Protect Earthquake here wouldn't be the worst play. Because that would pick up the KO on Regieleki, and then that would allow Metagross to focus in on the Glass Trainer. Unfortunately, this will also mean that we're activating the weakness policy, and we're going to give them a Chilling Day boost, assuming that the Max Hailstorm went for the Landorus slot, and the Regieleki has Reflect too. Okay, yeah, that kind of puts stuff into a. Oh, we KO through Reflect. Okay, well that part's nice. The part that isn't nice though is, oh, no weakness policy. Okay. All right. So, I mean, it's not great. I mean, it's not great, but it's not as awful as it could have been, I guess. Um, hmm. What item are you holding, mysterious ice horse friend? Because if it's not weakness policy, what is it? All right, are we gonna? Yeah, we're gonna just take a peek over here. Yeah, you're only at +1, 8 turns. Okay, I mean that's what I would assume at this point. Ironhead Flinch is our win con. Yeah, Ironhead Flinch is our win con. Admittedly, most Glass Tree are now high horsepower, which also has a chance of missing. So, judging by the fact that my opponent went for a Protect here, they probably know what damage output they're fishing for. I think they're hoping that the little bit of extra ice damage there would be enough to sort of put it into that KO range. I have seen some Glastrier who don't hold weakness policy hold sword stands as an alternative way for them to get like an attack boost up. I don't know if that's realistically what we should expect here. I just saw that for the first time last night while streaming, so I don't know if that's like an actual thing that's happening. I thought it was a good idea. You know, being dependent on weakness policy for boosts kind of stinks, especially when you have like a good ally switch support Pokemon, or in this case, that and the support of Reflect. Or never mind, just kidding. I messed up my my weaknesses. Yeah, that's important to know. Okay, bye Metagross. Yeah, okay. All right, interesting. Well, yeah. Yeah, I mean, at the end, it really was down to just a Ironhead Flinch or a high horsepower miss, so I can't say I'm surprised there. If I were to go back and play this differently, because it felt like I was really good up until that ally switch turn that I did with the Cresselia to have Thundurus get KO'd by the Thunderbolt from the Regieleki. That was the mistake. I'm pretty sure that any chip damage on the Glastrier would have made that final Ironhead a KO at that point. So, you live and you learn. It wasn't the best play, but I think yeah, I don't really know what I was expecting. It wasn't the Thunderbolt, though. It definitely was not the Thunderbolt, but I like their team. I kind of wish they would have shown it to me at the end, because I really want to try this like Regieleki with screens on that team. In fact, that might be something I try to prepare for stream tonight, if I have time. Will I have time? I don't know. Ask future Gabby. How do you do that, you ask? Well, you see, down in the video description, you can find a link to all my social media profiles. There's one for Twitch, there's one for Twitter. Make sure to check those out. If you're not already following me on Twitch, please do. I stream every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern as of this video being posted. So it's a lot of fun. You know, there's a lot of amazing people who come hang out in my streams, and you could be one of them. So thank you all so much for watching my videos this week. Even though I didn't have the best of skill, I would say, playing with the genies of a healthy meta, I think there really is a ton of potential with Thundurus and Landorus teams. So if you have a team like this that you built that you want to showcase, let me know down in the comments. Again, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe as well. Everybody's support really means the world to me on here. And I'll be back next week with 3 more battles on 3 more days, showcasing 1 more new team. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you then. Have an amazing weekend.